Hi, welcome to my channel, Universal Soul Vibrations. These are going to be the weekly messages for Earth signs for the week of June 24th to June 30th. As you can see, I'm doing them outside today at this beautiful park here that is near my house. It's a gorgeous day to be out here, so I figured I'd come out. So you're going to have to put up with looking at the clips and the little holders so the cards don't blow away. I did tap into my pendulums for some messages for each element, and I will get to those. Please remember that the messages that are coming through are general messages and may not resonate with everyone. If you like the channel, like the messages, please like, subscribe, and share. So the messages for earth signs that came through the pendulum were deep cleansing, read people, walk, and jade crystal was the crystal that they gave me. So it looks like the earth signs are going to be going through a cleansing this week. And usually when we go through a cleansing, we're releasing some things from our life. And it asked you to read people. And what I got from that was that be able to discern who's part of your tribe and who's not. Don't like delve into their mind. I feel like a lot of people, earth signs watching this are empathic, so you can feel people's energy. Don't violate their privacy, but just read people's energies as they come across to you this week. And it asked you to walk, so it's telling me that you probably need to get outside and get some exercise or just get yourself moving to get all those chakras aligned. Now the jade crystal fits very much with some of these messages that you received. When the jade crystal comes up, it says it's time for much needed pick-me-up. Jade gives the wisdom to be able to see past self-imposed limitations and helps you shed outdated can't win, don't try attitude. Jade can help you to discover your divine inner truth while discarding any negative patterns holding you back from your fullest potential. And that's where that deep cleansing comes in, getting rid of negative patterns, negative people in your life that are holding you back from moving forward to where you really need to be. Okay, so earth signs, we're going to start by pulling a overall card from my enchanted map deck. I just forgot the name of the deck there for a minute. And like I said, you're going to have to put up with clips and stuff because I'm outside. We can't have stuff blown away. Message for earth signs for the week of June 24th. Okay, there's your message. So the card that came up for you guys is the magic prayer card. This card goes pretty deep. The magical prayer card, it's tapping into the divine and listening to what the messages that are coming in from the divine are, but being able to have them heal you is what I feel with this card. She's got the butterfly on too, so I think that there's going to be a lot of transformation that's going to occur from the messages that are going to come in from the magic prayer and to you guys this week. But I think that you guys are really open to receiving Spirit's messages, whether it be in synchronicity or within yourself. The book says with this card that, you speak your prayers and listen for the answers and act in faith. And, that's something that we have to do. We have to walk the talk. If we're going to say we're going to, expect something out of others, then we should be doing it ourselves. But when you see the magic prayer card, it is a reminder that your prayers will be answered. Spirit is always waiting to help you and to heal you when you're in need. That said, the best prayer is, thy will be done through me. Thy will and not mine be done. Conscious contact with your higher power is achieved through the ritual of prayer and meditation. Speak and listen to the divine force within the field of creation. Surrender your wishes and desires to Spirit. You may not get what you want, but you will surely get what you need. Your destiny awaits as long as you keep in conscious contact with your higher power. Be assured that you are on the right track. Okay, and one of the messages that you guys did receive was that you were going to go through a deep cleansing this week, and this card certainly represents, you know, a very deep cleansing when it comes up. All right, let's take a look at the overall spread for Earth signs. First, we're going to look at what you'll be releasing this week. What is the message for Earth signs for the week of June 24th? Nice! I like to see that because we Earth signs have been a bit of a recluse these days. So what you're going to be releasing this week is the Hermit. You know, and the Hermit is the time of period when you spend a lot of time in seclusion and you go within. So with this being in the place of what you're releasing, you know, you're being asked to come out of seclusion is basically what this card is saying to you. And release the need to always be by yourself, because that's what I'm feeling with this card. All right, let's check and see what you'll be retaining. What will Earth signs be retaining this month? What will Earth signs be retaining this month? What will Earth signs be retaining this month? Okay, so you will be retaining the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is all about, you know, figuring out which path you want to go on. You know, you've obviously been spending some time in hermit mode, kind of going within and looking for the answers, but you're still not sure which way you want to go when the Two of Wands comes up. So it doesn't look like you're going to come to any big insights this week as far as to which path you want to follow, because it's saying that you're going to retain that Two of Wands energy, which is going to kind of keep you in that place of, I'm not really quite sure which way I want to go this week. And what you'll be receiving. What are Earth signs going to be receiving? What are Earth signs going to be receiving? What are Earth signs going to be receiving for the week of June 24th to the 30th? Okay, nice. So you are going to be receiving the Six of Coins. So either somebody's going to be giving something to you, or you're going to be giving something to another person. You know, this card can be called the charity card, but it's also about that whole equal give and take. So it looks like you're going to be receiving circumstances this week, Earth signs, where there is equal give and take. You know, I give you this, you give me that. It's all balanced out. And let's see what's around in your surroundings that's affecting your life. Earth signs. What's in the surroundings that are affecting your life? What's in Earth signs surroundings? What's in Earth signs surroundings that are affecting your life? Nice. You got some good cards here, Earth signs. So the card that came up for you guys and what's your surroundings, and then what's affecting your life is the Sun. I mean, the Sun is, you know, one of the best cards in the deck. It's those wishes fulfilled, that happiness, balance within. So whatever this cleansing is that you're going through this week, it looks like it's going to bring you to a place, you know, of just bringing happiness in around you. Maybe you're going to look at things in a different light and change perspective because you went through that hermit phase. But I feel like you're going to be looking, there's going to be a lot of positivity around you this week, Earth signs. in your environment. And what are earth signs going to be giving this week? What are earth signs going to be giving this week? Oh, we got. So, we got the Sun and the Ten of Cups here. The Sun is what's surrounding you and that's affecting your life. And the Ten of Cups card is what others are giving, what others are giving to you. I'm sorry, I couldn't spit that out. You know, and it's just, you know, I think people are going to be drawn to you this week. There's just going to, with these two cards, I feel like there's just so much positivity. And this card is what you would be giving to others. So you're going to be giving that positivity back. Maybe you're going to bring some happiness to some people this week. Fulfill some people's wishes this week. But you're going to be giving great things out to others this week, Earth signs. And what will Earth signs be beginning this week? The week of June 24th to the 30th. Too many cards. What will Earth signs be beginning this week? The week of June 24th to the 30th. Signs be beginning this week, June 24th to the 30th. Okay, Earth signs. So what you'll be beginning this week is the Two of Cups. So you may be beginning a new relationship, or it could be the renewal of a relationship that you're already in. It takes a more, positive aspect, and it also could, you could be beginning some type of partnership with someone along the way, but the Two of Cups card is all about, usually when people look at this, they think of the love, the soulmate thing, but it also can involve partnerships within your life. So it looks like there's going to be some type of new partnership developed this week for Earth signs. And let's take a look at what your lesson you should be learning for this week. What is the lesson that Earth signs should be learning this week? I really think because of all that time, Earth signs, that you've kind of spent in that hermit mode, it's really brought you back to a really grounded place, and a place where you're ready to receive all these last cards, the happiness, the wishes fulfilled, the balance of equal give and take. But you're still kind of stuck in that Two of Wands mode. Not quite sure which way to go. Maybe you're not quite sure which way to go with this partnership that's coming in. What is Earth signs lesson? Too many cards. What is Earth signs lesson for the week of June 24th to the 30th? Keep getting multiple cards here. There we go. Nice. Have the courage to show your vulnerability. That is your lesson this week. You got the Strength card. And the Strength card is tapping into, recognizing our faults and seeing them and being okay with them and using them as a strength. But it's also about making yourself vulnerable and open to, the universe and what's around you. And I really feel like, and knowing that you're enough is the big thing. I think that's the big thing that comes along with the Strength card. And I think, you just need to have the courage this week to embrace your vulnerabilities is what I'm getting from this. Alrighty, let's look at each sign individually. Some nice stuff going on there, Earth signs. We're going to start with Taurus.
pick it up. You can see because the camera's shaking up and down. Sorry about that, guys.
What is the message for Tauruses for the week of June 24th to the 30th? Messages for Tauruses for the week of June 24th to the 30th. Too many cards. What are the messages for Tauruses for the week of June 24th to the 30th? Okay, the first card you got is the Page of Swords. So there may be, you know, I think because that Hermit mode card came up in the beginning as to what you're going to be releasing, you know, there's been some clarity gained from being in that place of that Hermit mode, Taurus, and the cutting away of some things. You know, there's insights coming in with the Page of Swords. They may not be fully matured, though, because the Page is younger in energy. A lot of insights coming in this week for Taurus. What are the messages for Taurus for the week of June 24th? Oh. Hang on a minute. I'm dropping cards all over the place. It's the challenge about doing it outside. You gotta make sure you put something on top of the deck so the cards don't blow away. What are the messages for Taurus for the week of June 24th to the 30th? The Sun. You know what? That tells me that, you know, with these two next to each other, a lot of clarity, I think, is going to be gained on where your actual happiness lies. What makes you happy? What makes your world fulfilled, Taurus? Even though you had that, you know, indecision in the beginning. The main spread. Yeah, it's time to put down the things that are keeping you from moving forward. You know, the Ten of Wands is, as you can see, he's carrying a lot on his back. And it's time for you to let go of those and reach for the happiness and the things that bring you joy in life, instead of constantly worrying about, you know, all the daily mundane burdens of life, or dealing with the people that, you know, may cause burdens in your life. But like I said, it's a 10, so this, you know, this period's coming to an end, and you're gonna start to put that stuff down and realize, you know, I have a lot of good in my life, because I think you've been spending too much time looking here. Messages for Taurus for the week of June 24th to 30th. Well, let's take that one. Nice. And we talked about, with the pendulum message, deep cleansing. We got the Star card. The Star card is all about cleansing. But we also got the Strength card as the lesson to be learned this week. You know, the Star definitely taps into vulnerabilities and heals the pains, heals the things that hold us back. And she's all about, the Star card is all about hope, you know, and keeping that hope moving forward. Reaching for that shining star, and what brings you where you want to be. But like I said, with the Strength card, you've got to be able to make yourself vulnerable instead of doing that, you know, instead of closing yourself up. And that's vulnerable to yourself too. You have to be willing to look at those things that keep you guarded, that keep you from experiencing life to its fullest. And the Star card is saying, you know, let's cleanse these things so we can live life to the fullest. What are the messages for Taurus for the week of June 24th to the 30th? And then
we got the Three of Wands. So we had the Two of Wands in the beginning spread, Taurus, and now we got the Three of Wands. So it looks like, Taurus, you are going to see the light this week with that Page of Swords, and you figured out where you want to go, and now you're just trying to make a plan and figure out how you can bring whatever you want into you. Waiting for, he made his choice, and he's waiting for those, those ships to come in. So that's good for you, Taurus. You have made your choice this week on what you want to do. Let's get some clarifiers. There's the Page of Swords and the Sun card here. How funny. So the Page of Swords and the Sun card that's here is the Hermit card. Yep, you had to do this time of introspection and look within and kind of seclude yourself from others. Maybe doing some meditations to be able to see the clarity as to, where your happiness lies in the world. There's the Sun and the Ten of Wands here. There's the Sun and the Ten of Wands here. There's the Sun and the Ten of Wands here for Taurus. We're going to take the one that fell upright. So we got the Six of Swords with the Sun. Yep, you're definitely moving forward. She's in her boat. She's going through the waters. Lots of clarity, lots of truth as you move away and move forward. Moving away from these burdens. Right now she's kind of moving towards them, but you have to deal with them in order to move away from them. Why is the Ten of Wands and the Star card here? We got the King of Cups. Yep, emotional. What I get with the King of Cups is emotional healing. Lots of healing with the King of Cups card. And being able to, the King of Cups can keep his emotions very controlled, but it's not allowing your emotions to control where you're heading in life. Why is the Star and the Three of Wands here? There also too, you guys could be the one that the Two of Cups card came in. He could be bringing a cup of love. Why is the Star card and the Two of Wands here? And the Six of Cups. Okay. So, to me, what this looks like is you've healed yourself from the past stuff that you've kind of carried with you. This card is the nostalgia card. It's the Six of Cups, and it's about looking back at the past, but also sometimes we kind of let the past control who we are in the current, and we lose out on new experiences and lose out on who we really should be when we keep looking back in the past. The past is over. Let's just stay in the present. And the Star card is coming in to, cleanse the hurts of the past, the memories of the past that are holding you back. And that's going to be able to make you, move forward to what you need to move to. All right, Taurus, those were your messages. We'll do Virgo next. Let me just give him a few shuffles here.
messages for Virgo for the week of June 24th to the 30th. What are the messages? Might be a Ace of Wands for you guys. Something new starting. Something that you're very passionate about. Messages for Virgo for the week of June 24th to the 30th. We're going to take up. So Virgo, you're always in the hangman stasis. You guys tend to overanalyze and analyze and analyze and analyze. And that's kind of what we do in the hermit, in the hanged man mode. We kind of analyze while we're there. But you guys get stuck in that. So I think this card is coming up to say, Virgo, I got to see what comes up next with this. But we might want to move out of that hangman phase. And while we're there too, the hangman phase is about gaining a new perspective on something. But sometimes the Virgos just stay stuck there and that new perspective never happens. Okay, so we got, I feel like you guys are we got the Seven of Swords with this. This card is about, I hate this card, I'm not gonna lie. The Seven of Swords is about, he's kind of taking something that, doesn't belong to him. There was 7 swords on the wall and now there's only 2. He's stole them. But what I kind of see with this card too for you Virgos with the hangman is you get stuck in this hangman state and you overanalyze stuff and tend to start to deceive yourself on what you're analyzing because you get stuck there too long. That's what I'm kind of really feeling like with this card, and that you're cheating yourself out of being really participatory in the now in life. What is the message for Virgos for June 24th to the 30th? What are the messages for Virgos for the week of June? You guys got the Ten of Wands as a center card as well. And the Ten of Wands is about all those burdens that we carry. Maybe you're overthinking the burden of that burden. Somebody took something from you that created burdens in your life, and you're stuck in that hangman state, going over it over and over again. But with it being a 10, Spirit wants you to release that burden. Get out of that hangman place. And then the Page of Swords. Yeah, you need to gain that new perspective when the Page of Swords comes up while you're in that hangman state. And you need to move on once that perspective is gained. When the Page of Swords comes in, there's always, more clarity that comes in. It's not mature as the King, but the Page of Swords he's a messenger of thought. There we go, we got the 1 card. Okay, so, no, we got 2. All right, I'll take these 2. So Virgo, your final cards are the Ten of Wands and the Temperance card. So the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Wands, I'm sorry. The Nine of Wands is, you've kind of been through the battle, you've been through the challenges, and you're standing on guard, but you're not fully armored. So you're, releasing some of that, you're becoming a little more vulnerable, but you're still kind of in that defense mode. He's defending everything here. But I also see this card too as him kind of resting after putting in a lot of work. So Virgos, you could be putting in a lot of work on something. And the card that came up with this was the Temperance card. And the Temperance is all about creating that balance.
And for you guys, I think it's about creating that balance of, you know, what's going on in your head and what's really going on around you. And a lot of healing comes with temperance as well. All right, let's see. You know, look for the rainbows, Virgo. Why is the Hangman and the Seven of Swords here? Yeah, it's time to take a rest from this Hangman energy and this feeling like, you know, things are being taken from you. Why is the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Wands here? Yeah, it's time to make some transformations. Get rid of those burdening thoughts. Okay, so you are going to gain much more clarity. You know, he's a king. But he takes the analytical approach to things. And I know that this represents air signs, but I really think that this represents you, Virgo, even though it's not your card. I feel like this King of Swords is representing you being more open and being willing to release the burdens that you've carried in your mind. Why is the Page of Swords, Temperance, and Four of Wands here? We got all the, we got the Page, we got the Knight, we got the King. All we didn't get is the sorry, I gotta move stuff. Is the Queen. She's not here, but we got the Knight of Swords. You know, and looking at this card, he's got some pretty heavy armor on the Knight of Swords, but the Knight of Swords is about movement. Knights take movement. They bring things forward. You know, they're the knights are the guys that you send out into battle. And he's got a lot of armor, carrying a lot of armor there. But the birdies are helping him through there. But, you know, I just think at this point, you know, there needs to be some focus and determination put on balancing things out in your life. As I said, the Knight's cards usually are about movement, about doing. And it's time for you to take some action on some plans and ideas that you might have, Virgos. Alrighty, those are the messages for Virgos for this week. And we'll do Capricorn next. All right, let's see what the cards got to say for Capricorn. What are the messages for Capricorn for the week of June 24th to the 30th? I'm going to take them all. There's 5 cards here. Okay, so Capricorn, you got the Chariot, the Faith card, the King of Cups, Five of Coins, and the Emperor. Alrighty. So, with the Chariot card, I mean, obviously with the Chariot card, we're moving forward. With this Chariot card, I see moving through confusing times because the waters are so rough here. Moving past a rough period, but also this card is about taking, you know, taking control, taking the reins and leading your life, but also coming into things that you're divinely guided to do, Capricorn. And the card that we got with this is, you know, I think what's guiding you along is what your beliefs are. You're really tapping into your beliefs this week, what you've learned through the years, the wisdoms that you've gained, and you're using them to help you move forward along your path this week. And then we got the King of Cups with you guys. You know, the King of Cups, cups are all about emotion. But, you know, with the King of Cups here, the Kings can be controlling. But, you know, one of the things that's suggested with this card is that, you know, I talked about taking control, is that it's time for you to take charge of your emotional life. And don't be afraid to communicate your feelings or offer advice to others with the King of Cups card. And I really feel that's what pertains here. Maybe you need to share your wisdom with others and share your emotions. The next card that comes up is the Five of Pentacles, Five of Coins. The Five of Coins is feeling like you're lacking. Are you feeling like you're lacking some way in stability, in an emotional manner? Maybe there's a relationship that isn't too stable around you, because we got the Emperor next. And the Emperor is all about stability, order, structure. You know, he knows, he rules that kingdom, the Emperor does, and he's got to be strong, the Emperor. And, you know, this card, I think, it's just you know, earth signs are very stable, grounded individuals, and I'm feeling like with the Five of Coins here that Capricorns, you might not be feeling too grounded with your emotions right now, and the Emperor is asking you to tap into that groundedness energy that earth signs usually have. You know, the stability, we're usually very stable. Yes, I'm an earth sign. Usually very stable within ourselves, very grounded within ourselves, but you're kind of feeling like you're not right now is what I'm feeling from Capricorn. And you need to tap into, you know, your beliefs and maybe your emotions to get out of that feeling of lack. And recognize what's around you that's not lacking. There's a Chariot and a Faith card here. Yeah, there needs to be a balance. There's the Faith and the King of Cups here. You know, the Justice card is all about, you know, balancing out that yin and yang energy. Might need to do some chakra work. And what I'm hearing is maybe being blind to what's not balanced in your life. Got to tap into that faith. Faith in the King of Cups card here. There's the Faith in the King of Cups card here. I want this one right here. Yeah, there may be some, you know, once again, we're getting that loss card. The Five of Coins talks about feeling like you're lacking, a loss. And now we got the Three of Swords along with that too. There could have been maybe a loss in a relationship with the King of Cups here. or just a relationship not being too stable that, you know, has caused some heartache between the two of you, Capricorn. Cups and the Five of Coins here. What is the King of Cups and the Five of Coins here? Three of Wands. Yeah, it's time to put your plan. You know, this card, like I said in the other one, this one looks a little different, but it's still the same. But if you look at this Three of Wands, he's in the shadows here, and the ship is bigger than him. So to me, it's time for you to see the bigger picture is the message I'm getting with this card. The Five of Coins and the Emperor here. Coins and the Emperor here. And we got the Queen of Coins, which is the Queen of Pentacles, as the clarifier for the Five of Pentacles and the Emperor. Yep, it's, you know, you need to move out of this this feeling of lack and move into that nurturing energy that the Queen of Coins brings in. Whether you need to nurture a relationship, nurturing yourself, but she's also very grounded, and there's a lot of healing with her. But you know, it's also with when the Queen of Coins shows up, there's growth. You know, there's usually the birth of something new, new perspective. You know, this new insight when the Queen of Coins comes in. You know, and the insight is that, you know, you're seeking something that's grounds you and is very stable. You know, this Emperor, to me, he looks like he's on top of the world. So you need to take control of the world that's around you, Capricorn. All right, that's it for the earth signs. And I'm sorry for some of the background noises. There was some very loud motorcycles that went by while I was doing your reading, so I hope it didn't interrupt too much. Have a great week, earth signs.